Hi guys, welcome to Chapter 2, the playthrough guide. There's a vase here that I purposely didn't go to get with the boss fight going at, but I'm going to pick it up right now. Just a little tip there for you, there's an extra health file there on normal. It's not there on hard or very hard, and I highly doubt it's there on Master Ninja, but it will be there on normal. I think it's there on hero mode, but don't take my word too much for it. I haven't done hero mode because it's like, why? After beating this on very hard, I look at hero mode like, really? Like, I look at this difficulty normal, and I'm like, come at me a little harder. And honestly, the only reason I'm even in this difficulty right now is to help anybody who's new to this game get better at it, so when the fourth game comes out, they'll know a little more what they're doing. Got to start somewhere. There's no shame in starting a hard game on an easier difficulty just to get its basics down first. Even the people at the very top that are in the league of the Master Ninja class, even those guys had to start somewhere. So I just move up on the bats here. Swirl thing. Gets a pretty good chunk of them. I prefer the Vigorian Flail when that's available. The art of the fire wheels. That is extremely useful in a lot of different situations. Most of the time you'll catch me using the art of the Inferno where you just cast Fireball out. But the fire wheels are especially helpful for when you go up against a boss fight that can take a lot of damage. The fire wheels mixed with your dragon sword hits really help. So here we got some samurai here. Careful, they can't cut you. Obviously, keep a strong defense. Remember to always just get in the habit of watching your foes first, and then what to do becomes clear. Now the cool thing is they don't have a crap ton of health, they're just block happy. Wait for them to finish. Pull an ET. There you go. Alright, we got some more samurai here. Careful. Take my own advice, damn it. Do that. Pull UT on these guys. Never be too cool to use your ETs or your UTs because, well, like I said, more money, more potions, more better equipment. Yeah, Now, one thing I've seen a lot of people do when they get the flying swallow is they will abuse that thing way too much. You don't want to do that. That's like you want to use those things on a for sure event that you know you're going to hit your foe. On some boss fights, some people will use them for certain boss fights just because, there's always that 30-70% chance that you'll actually hit a boss fight with a flying swallow and you'll actually stun them for a little bit, but it's a very, 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 very big dice throw to do that. So, that's not something I try to get used to doing, but when a body is on the ground and they're still alive, it's good to do a flying swallow to check them, because then it'll just automatically cut their heads off and they'll die. But it's a good idea to only use your flying swallow when you know you're going to hit someone. And you don't want to do it while you're in the process of getting hit. If that's the case, you need defense. Now these guys are pretty easy actually. Wait for them to shoot at you and you can dodge to the side. Never backwards or forwards. If it hits your blade while you're blocking, it will guard break, but it won't guard crush you. These guys will not grab you. Now some of their strikes will have a guard break. Let's wait for it. Just like that. They move up like that. They will break your guard. But the same rules apply to these guys, any other samurai you run into. See that? There's a guy behind me. I believe that mage is still down here. Yep, I knew it. Another one. Dodge to the side. Wait for him to shoot. Dodge to the side. I think I lost that essence by now, but after they do their succession of quick attacks, usually you can strike back at them with a 4-piece combo and they will die. When you get your counter attacks, though, now we're talking about some serious business. You can counter those things, you'll be in a really decent position to just automatically kill a bunch of people with just your counterattacks with that thing, especially when you're playing as Rachel. Okay, let's get on with that. It's the bow, arm shooting, yep. And now, my favorite part of Chapter 2 is a first-time visit to Muramasa. My dude, what's up? Okay, so unfortunately I cannot upgrade the weapon yet, but I have enough essence to get... Okay, I've got plenty of health potions, so I'm going to get the Art of the Inferno. I'm going to get the Armlet of the Sun real quick. Put that in right now. I have the sun on. Now, if you have equipment that you like using from hero mode, feel free to use it if it'll help you. All these enhancements you see here, you unlock through doing hero and normal and hard, I think. But once you get to very hard, you stop getting enhancements. And I highly doubt there's any enhancements that they'll give you on Master. So we'll proceed on after this door here. We'll get ambushed here real quick. See what you guys do first. Watch that mage. Just trying to dodge to the side, but I didn't do it in time. There we go. Just move a little backward. ET. Oops. Dodge to the side. Dodge to the side. If you're in the air and that guy slips away, but he pops out again, do your shurikens. Shurikens done like that, when he's shooting him downward, will stun those mages, and you'll be able to come down with the head split. Now the horses, a lot of people and newbies will have trouble with this. This is a crazy, crazy, crazy part. I'm going to show you a really cool area that works on any difficulty, but it takes a little precision. Come to this corner. You can come out with an ET, sometimes a UT if you have enough time. In more cases, more often than not, you will not. But yeah, you'll do that real quick, and you can stay in there the entire way, and the arrows will almost never hit you. Now, if you're looking for a more straightforward approach, let's go on to the bow here. Sometimes, if you use the Flying Swallow on the archers, you can get in there for a good hit. But I don't suggest doing it a whole lot until the situation feels right. Just like that. If he's heading towards you, and he's already really close to you, go for it. The guys with the sticks and the staffs, do not do the Flying Swallow on them. Please take it from me. get over here real quick. Let's get to where they're not. You pull out your bow, you might be able to get a hit in or two. And if you stay in too long, that'll happen. Which is why I say don't use the flying swallow on there. Because you might get stabbed, and you might get grabbed, and you will get slammed on the ground, and you will be heavily punished for it. Trying to block out of that. There we go. We're coming. Now you can absolutely use an ET on the horses. Keep in mind the archers may or may not shoot you while you're doing that. Yeah, I already lost the essence already, so I'm gonna come back here. Come out. Sometimes you can stab them on the ground. If they're on the ground, feel free to use Flying Swallow on a body that's on the ground. ET that horse. UT that horse. Wow, didn't expect that. When it's one guy, the bow is super helpful when it's just one guy. Feel free to use the bow in midair. Another quick tip for you. You can actually dictate where your projectiles go with the left thumbstick while you're in midair. So keep that in mind, so that way you can just make sure to be watching around the whatever ninja or samurai are on the ground doing, because it's I don't need anything there. I'm going to go ahead and save that here. Now, I'm going to show you a little trick. This works on very hard, believe it or not, actually. But get in an ET stance or UT stance as soon as he starts coming after you. Go through his horse, you'll do a little bit of damage. Sometimes you can flying swallow the mages. You can use the flying swallow on the mages. Back down with a head split. That. This is one of the very few boss fights that you will have guys to deal with while the boss is going on. So. See, in moments like that, where I was using that UT on the horse right there for the boss fight, that would have been perfect for me to use fire wheels there, and I would have done double that damage. Almost. UT this horse, I mean. Oh, I didn't expect that to happen. And the boss fight is done. Now on very hard, the horse is the one that dies, and the samurai, the flaming samurai, comes out, and you gotta fight him on foot. If you're doing that part, the same rules with all the different silver samurai, the regular samurai that you deal with, the same rules apply to the boss fight when he's on foot. So you can still attack him freely, just make sure you watch his offense attacks first, see what he does before planning an engagement. But once you get that down, you'll be able to take him out real quick. Now that we've got counterattacks, we can have a little fun. Here we go. So helpful. Do a head split there. Oh, I thought I was going to stab the body, and I didn't. Let you see these guys. There we go. Chest over here. I think 5 great elixirs are all I can carry. Man, I've never gotten that many supplies through just 2 chapters before. It's been a long while since I've been on normals, so. Here we go. Alright. Oops. Silver Samurai. See that? Came out by me by surprise. Okay, so when you guys come up on this Doku boss fight, don't even bother trying to use a bunch of health potions trying to get past this boss fight, because more likely than not, you're not going to. It's okay to try and fight him if you want, but you are actually supposed to fail this fight. Now, I'll definitely try to fight him and try to tag him once or twice. That was dicey. But then he does that, and he slams you into the ground, and then the fight's over anyway. So, don't waste your supplies on that boss fight. One time I tried it on normal, and I actually got his health like 70% of the way down. I know that sounds buck wild, but I managed to make that happen. But as soon as his health gets to where it's close to being beat, he'll just grab you. And obviously, with what you just saw there, because I wasn't using much of my health, he just grabbed me right off the spot, because it's easy target. Dark Dragon Blade. It's crazy. Hope this guide helps you through Chapter 2. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll give you a lot more tips than that. I'll give you guys a guide video for hard and very hard I'm going to need practice with, but we'll see you guys in Chapter 3. We'll talk about that there.